I'm going to be more willing to go live because I'm going filter free, my friends. And I thought, in honor of going filter free, I really wanted to share with you some mistakes that I've made in my acting career so that you can avoid them. Number one, don't procrastinate. Seriously, I'm going to tell you a story how procrastination it may have completely changed the trajectory of my career for Shakespeare in the Park. To audition for Ron Van Loo, I was called in to audition as Titania in A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Ron was my teacher at NYU long before he moved to Yale and later taught Davine Joy Randolph, who spoke about him at the Oscars. You can't learn Shakespeare in like 3 days. You literally, I mean, I know for television, sometimes we get, I don't know, 3 days, 2 days notice. And if we're lucky, in the comments, it'll say, do not have to be off book for this audition. But do we really believe them? I don't know if we really believe them. Because I know that in the times that I've booked television, and there's a playlist here on my channel, the times I was on television, I was not only off book, but fully invested. And I did all that homework, like who am I, where am I, what am I doing, beginning, middle, and end, who am I talking to, how do I feel about them, if you know the relationship with, sorry, Ron, if you ever see this. I went into the room and just tanked, and even though I had my script in my hand, I didn't look at it. My hands were shaking too much for me to look at it because I knew I'd procrastinated and that I was going to tank. But I didn't want to just not show up, so maybe at least I did that. Sorry, Ron. Anyone, musician even, or artist, can just never paint. A dancer never stretch, never prepare for that big move, and then just walk in and do a leap or the splits. Yeah, ooh, that's a good example. A dancer who doesn't stretch out doing a high kick or the splits. Yeah, that might be a dancer with a pulled groin. So acting is the same way. You can't just procrastinate and say you can't cram for it like a test and think, oh, I'm going to just, go over my lines the day before. So I tanked. Don't do that. That's one of my major mistakes. And another major mistake was judging myself. My grandmother back way when, God love her, she's in heaven now, but she bought a space for me in this book where it shows your little pictures and you're like, geez, they still have those now. You can sign up to be at some huge competition and go and like see managers and agents. You don't need to do that though, people. Don't do that. I now know better and am a member of the Hollywood Winner Circle, and I can put a link with $100 off. Affiliate 100 is my code, if and when you ever want to join them. But my point in bringing that up was I didn't even believe in myself enough to show up to the one audition I got from that little thing that my grandma spent, I don't know, like back then, it feels like it was thousands of dollars. You're showing up. Don't judge yourself. Just keep showing up. Do you think that a surgeon can walk into the room where they're about to give surgery and be like, okay, I'm going into surgery now. Oh, wait a minute. Do I really know how to perform surgery? Let me see. When's the last time? You want them focused on the task at hand. So not judging yourself is just like you as an actor. Don't judge yourself. You've done your work. Hopefully you've done your work. You've not procrastinated. Don't judge yourself. Just get in there and focus, because that's the third eye that comes in. And if it's too strong, no matter how much you've prepared, if you're too busy judging yourself, all that truth that you've investigated and invested in the character is gonna flip and go right out the window, because that third eye is gonna be so strong, and you're gonna be like this was me with the third eye, okay? Here's the third eye. I'm talking to you and I'm about to cry and we're having a really truthful, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? You're about to cry? Hey, shut up. Just tell your third eye to shut the F up and just focus. You want your surgeon focused on your surgery. Your life depends on it. Your career depends on it. Don't judge yourself. Do your homework, be prepared, and nothing else matters. If you're truly focused on your 5 senses, what do I see, taste, smell, touch around me? Who's in the room? Then, it's like magic when the casting director and the person you're auditioning for, they like disappear, or better yet, they become furniture or seagulls on the beach or wherever you are, okay? Don't judge yourself. All right, here's another. This is number 3. Major mistake I made on a television set. I already said this, but I just created a new playlist, the times I was on television. So here's me, little sweet Dawnnie, and I'm like so excited. I've made it. I'm recurring on a TV show. Woohoo! And I just wanted my coffee. All I wanted was my coffee. Okay, I'm getting to the point. The point is, I'm going to tell you already. Don't be so insecure that you just dissolve right there. Own your power. So here's what I did where I was so insecure. I'm going to the set and it's recurring, and they don't tell you this in graduate school for acting. No, they don't tell you that the set on a television show moves every day. So where that coffee was yesterday is not the same place that coffee is today. So here I am, coming out of my trailer. I've been behaving. I've been in there doing my work. I'm focused. I'm ready. All I want is a freaking cup of coffee. And I see that it says quiet on the set filming. I see that. I'm listening. I'm looking around. And I see this man standing on the opposite end of, like, I know where the concessions are. That's not what they're called. They're called something else. You guys tell me in the comments. What's it called? On a set when they give you food, right? I just want my coffee. So I go like this. I knew enough to be quiet. I was like, can I go that way is what I'm mouthing. And he's like, so I move. This is what I hear on the God mic. The God mic is where the director talks to all of you on the set. And they're like, who just moved my backdrop? Ugh. I turn. The star of the show was in this really intimate moment with the person playing her granddaughter. And then I see out of the corner of my eye, I didn't even have the, like, I'm going to say it in Spanish. I didn't have the cajones to say right then and there, own my power and say, my apologies. This person said I could cross. I'm so sorry. I should have at least said that, right? No, this is what I did. I literally looked at the star of the show who was giving me the devil side eye. And the director, I just went like this. Like if I became invisible. You ever have those dreams where, like, it's a nightmare and bad guys are chasing you and chasing you and chasing you? I do. I dream that I can fly. Maybe that means something. Tell me in the comments what that means, if you can fly in your dreams. So I'm flying to get away from the bad guys. And if that dream keeps coming back to me again and again and again, I ultimately go like this. I'm invisible, I'm invisible, I'm invisible. And the bad guy goes away. And if that doesn't work, I tell myself, wake up, wake up. It's just a nightmare. Wake up. If I had only done that. What if, right? No. I didn't own my power. I was too insecure. I had already made it. You know, what do we want? We want to get a good agent, a manager, good headshots, good training. We hope we get the audition. We hope we get the callback. We hope we get booked. We hope we get put on the set. And then you want to be recurring. I was freaking recurring. No, my own insecurities were so strong. I was never called back again. That's the moral of the story. Just whatever you have to do. I don't care if you listen to every Audible book on self-help and mindset and how you are enough, because you are enough. That's why I'm not using filters on here anymore. You can see that from the 8 knowledge bombs I dropped today in one of my shorts last night, and I think I did another one this morning. No more filters. Done with that. This is my face. I have gray hair. I have a couple wrinkles. Yeah, I need to sleep a little more. Own your freaking power. You are unique and beautiful and special, and you deserve to be there. If you didn't deserve to be there, the universe wouldn't put this love in your heart in the first place. Imagine what my life might be like right now. But you also can't live in the past, because thank goodness I'm here and I'm talking to you, and I can go pick up my kid at 2:30 when she gets out of school. She gets out at 3:16. Okay, I have a couple more things. I have notes over here on my computer that I don't want to forget. I know I'm sideways right now and I can't really see it far away. Oh yeah. Okay, branding and not changing your look too much. Okay, here's another major mistake I made in my life. Do not change your look so drastically, so frequently. I had a callback for a television show. It was a TV show. I was in my New York days, so I don't know, like the 90s at some point. And I was gonna sing in it, and it was supposed to be an ethnic woman who could sing. And I sang at the first audition, I sang this sort of quirky, like, I Wanna Be a Rock Star song that my high school friend and I had written. And I sang that, and I had my hair all poofy and curly, and I had some sort of, I don't know, very colorful dress on. I got called back. That was the point. It was gonna be like the Mister Rogers of Latina girls on TV. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. But what did I do for the callback? Okay, yeah, raise your hand if you know. Put it in the chat. What do you think I did? Do you think I wore that same dress? Do you think I even sang the same song? Do you think maybe, at the very least, I just had my hair the same? No. I decided to completely reinvent myself before my callback. Not only did I straighten my hair, but I wore some little tight cutie patootie dress. I don't know. It was me looking like vanilla. I made myself vanilla. My coach, Amy Linden, says, don't be vanilla, be you. I did that. God, I wish I would have known you back then, Amy. I vanillaed myself. I didn't wear the same dress. I even sang like something from The Little Mermaid. I didn't book the job, to say the least. Not only that, they looked at me like I had two heads in the room. So if you get a call back, don't make that mistake. Don't change your look before the first audition and the callback. Literally, over here, I have this closet. I'll show you. This is my audition closet. Okay, there's my voiceover stuff in there, but my audition clothes are in there. So you have an audition, you hang up your stuff, you leave it there. And thank goodness it's all on self-tape, so you're gonna know exactly what you wore. So wear the same thing. And I'm not saying to map out like XYZ, make it fake like we did like in our, I don't want to say it was always fake, but it was very planned. My theater work was always very planned. Pick up the thing on this, beat, deliver it this way. I've come a long way since that day, baby. And thankfully, because of the 15 Guideline Map to Booking, which you need to get by Amy Linden. Thank you, Amy. But keep it real and fresh, and dare to surprise yourself and live in the moment, but at least show up looking the same. At least show up delivering it in the same energy that you did the first time. That's why you got the call back in the first place. Wear your hair the same. Yes. Same kind of makeup, same clothes. So what you don't want to do is throw that stuff in the dirty laundry and be like, it's at the bottom of the pile and I have to do a Zoom callback in 2 hours. I got a Zoom callback notice at I think it was 6 p.m. for a Zoom callback at 12 noon the next day. But what if it was in person? What if my callback was in person? I'd be searching for my clothes to do laundry the night before. Don't change your look too quickly, and don't change it between audition and callback. Finally, don't try too hard. That sounds sort of, I don't know, like against it, right? You want to study. You want to work. You want to get up every day and say, why the heck do I do this? Because I freaking love it. I confessed in one of my last lives, I think. I don't care if I ever get paid a day again as an actor in my life. Would it be nice? Yes, it would be nice. I do this because I love it. But don't try too hard. Show up, do your work, be professional, and then get the hell out. Don't be that one who's like, how'd I do? Do you want something else? I have a question about the script. Just, you don't have any questions? Unless you really have a question, like, how do I pronounce this? Or you'll know, and read the room. If the person is like, hey, man, do you have any questions? Okay. But don't march in and be that goes back to like not judging yourself and own your power. If you did your work, go in and show them how freaking fabulous you are and just do your work. Okay? Don't try too hard and be like, how'd I do? Okay, just get out and let it go. Let it go. I can't sing right now, and I'm not gonna. I'll probably get a ding for singing something that I didn't have the rights to. Let it go. Have some ritual where you leave and I used to always, when I was single and didn't have a job and didn't have to go pick up my kid later, after every audition, I would do like a manicure or a pedicure. When I was in New York, after every audition, I would take myself to the movies in the middle of the afternoon. How decadent is that? And you know what that does? You're like, I did that. Goodbye. And then you soak into the story, because that's our ultimate goal. We're out there trying to tell stories. We're out there wanting a relationship with not only our character and the story and everyone around involved in that production, but the audience. The audience might be on the other side of the TV screen. The audience might be all of those people in the movies, or if you're a theater actor or lucky enough to do TV in front of a live audience, if that's even still a thing. I'm sure it is somewhere. I'd love to do it. Hello, sign me up. That relationship. So you leave that relationship that you just created and you go and you treat yourself to something. The movies, walk your dog, get a pedicure, go in the hot tub, whatever, go for a run. Don't think about it again. And don't be telling people, hey, I have an audition today. That's really great. I keep talking about Amy. Hi, Amy again. It's really great advice. I don't know why so many people on social media are like, I had X number of auditions today. Or call your mom, hey, I have a big audition. Because all they're going to want to do is talk to you and say, hey, how'd it go? Did you get it yet? Next week, they'll be like, did you get it? Did you get it? You want to be on to the next thing. Don't even worry about that, because it's going to be a super great surprise. I'll close on this. The first time I was ever on television, my Fifi Oscard agency, Francis Del Duca in New York, he calls me up and he says, and I completely had forgotten that I'd even auditioned for this thing. He teased me. He says, you've booked something, and they called me and said they wanted Dawnnie. And I said, Dawnnie? You sure you want Dawnnie? She's a theater actor. I had forgotten all about it, but I sure was thankful to book it. Do your work. Forget about it. Okay, I'm not even going to pretend that I know how to turn this thing off without my glasses. Where the heck are they? Thank you for sticking around. I'm going to go live more often, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, my friends. I'm probably going to push some freaky, weird buttons right now. Oh, yeah, I do want to stop my streaming. How fancy is that?